You're home alone. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Watching Netflix?
Yeah.
Cruising?
Yeah.
The sacrifice is not worth the reward. I was consumed
Yeah.
with honestly just trying to get rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make $1 million a year,
Yeah.
but I don't want to give up my weekends. I don't want to give up, I don't want to work 8 hours a day. Remind yourself why you're doing it in the first place. Put your goals and your whys everywhere. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Winners Club podcast, where even when we don't win, we learn. And learning is a form of winning. My name is Brian Tran. I'm your host. I got my co-host here, PJ Padua.
What's up, guys?
And this is a business podcast. So we talk all things business, business mindset, money, shmoney, growing businesses, taking down businesses, personal experiences. We bring on other guests. But today, we're just going to shoot the shiznits.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it, man. So I want to just ask you, let's just go straight into it, man. You brought something up, this, a topic today that you were mentioning, and I thought it was pretty cool, and I want to dive deep. You basically said, you heard the work is done behind closed doors. And I wanted to see if, you agree, and what's your real opinion on that.
So when I read that quote, the real work happens behind closed door, I kind of interpreted it as, what are you doing when the lights and cameras aren't on you?
Yeah.
What are you doing when people aren't watching you?
Yeah.
When you're home alone or, after work or maybe before work, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you just watching Netflix?
Yeah.
Cruising?
Yeah.
Or are you grinding? Try to make yourself better?
Yeah.
Or try to take your business off the ground?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? When I read that quote, I was like, yeah, all the work is done when people aren't around. Because actually, it's not that when people are around you're working. It's just in business, you're just constantly working on the business 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I was like, to get it off the ground.
For sure.
This is to give you guys context. It was like, the work is whatever the quote was, but for to get the business off the ground, right? And take it to the next level.
Yeah.
It's not when you're big, then you could probably chill a little bit, but
yeah.
later on, no, dude, you got to go all in.
Yeah.
You have to you have to be obsessive.
Yeah.
And a lot of the most successful people that I see in business are very obsessive people.
Yeah.
They become obsessed with how things work. They become obsessed with making more money. They become obsessed with growing their business.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, because that's all they focus on, that business grows.
For sure.
Because what you focus on expands.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree with the quote that, you're going to have to put in work.
Yeah. Does
when nobody's watching.
that's when it really does
count.
matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the idea of, having the cameras always on you, and if you're someone who could really grasp that idea and just be like, someone is always watching. So whether or not I'm by myself or with everybody, I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to pretend this is broadcast to the world, because I feel like that with that kind of accountability, it just makes you just on top of your game all the time,
and really go all in.
Yeah.
I know some people, this is sidetrack, but
yeah.
there's some mother effers that love talking about, oh my God, I worked 15 hours today.
Yeah.
Back-to-back meetings.
Yeah.
Successful.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, shut up. Ain't nobody really worked 15 hours. For
yeah,
real?
Yeah.
If you work 15 hours, shit, I'd be way richer than that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, that's a side note. I just see, because people fake.
No, for sure. I think
And
a lot of people fake.
bro.
I'm not going to lie. I've done it a couple times, bro. I've done it a couple times. I bet you've done it, maybe. Well, actually, I don't know. I can't, attest
Kinda,
for you.
I've
done it. I've been, I'm on my shit. Go home and just fucking chill.
Yeah.
Chill. And, that's okay. I guess chilling's okay. But if you really want to be a person that's just trying to make a fucking difference, those times when no one's watching is really what's gonna close the gap between everybody else and the successful people.
Honestly, I'm better now because I would say right now at my stage in life, I'm a little bit more balanced.
Yeah.
With kids and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm learning to shut off.
Yeah.
And just be present. Okay. My wife might not agree. I'm working on it.
That's good
All
though.
right.
Congrats,
I'm
man.
trying to be present. So, but there was a time.
Yeah.
not too long ago, like, right out of college, all the way up
Yeah.
to about 27, 28,
Yeah.
right? 7, 8 years of I was consumed
Yeah.
with honestly just trying to get rich,
Yeah.
like really rich, and
Yeah.
build businesses that would, bring me financial stability, financial success. And dude, it would be from sun up
Yeah.
to sundown.
Yeah.
And it really was like, and even if my enjoyment was watching like people like Patrick Bet David,
Uh-huh.
and all these, at the time, there wasn't too many on YouTube back then, but then they
Tony.
started, Tony Robbins and
Yeah.
Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry. I used
Yeah.
to just be like, if I'm not like working,
Yeah.
I'm learning
Yeah.
and I'm obsessed. I want to get better. I want to be better.
Yeah.
And I think honestly that kind of attributed to the success because I was putting good stuff in.
I think so too.
And then
yeah.
the next step was I was executing. By day
Yeah.
I was executing. By night I was just like, okay, new ideas, diving deep, learning how to
Yeah.
be better and do better.
For sure.
And and nobody was watching.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like that's why you need to treat this as if like you're doing bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Because in bodybuilding, you can't cheat it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you can say you ate all your meals and did all the workouts,
Yeah.
but when you step on stage and your stomach is hanging past your dingling,
Yeah.
bro,
Everyone's gonna know you're full of shit.
full of shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, treat it like that, and I promise you, like, yo, the business will come. It may not come overnight. Nothing's working out. At least if you stick to the diet, you
Yeah.
will see results.
Yeah.
But business, sometimes you don't see results. Like the business you're
Yeah.
starting today might
For
take 2 years to
sure.
take off the ground.
But I think people should look at it like very black. I mean, like, what is it?
Yeah,
Black and
white.
vanilla? Oh, black and white, chocolate vanilla,
So,
whatever.
like, look
right.
at that, like bodybuilding. Like, yo, just stick to the plan.
You should. You should be like, yo, if I don't do the work when no one's around, like I will not be rich.
Right.
But if I do the work, every single time, whenever, whether people are watching or not,
Yep.
behind closed doors, like I will get rich. Like I think everybody should look at it like as black and white as that, because I know if I'm like, fuck, like I didn't do shit yesterday. It's like, bro, this is not the type of person that is gonna, make wealth, get rich. That's not that type of person.
I mean, I agree. So, I mean, what else did the quote say? That was it, right?
That is basically the quote,
Yeah, that was
right?
the
Like,
quote.
what is for you? Why do you think people are like that, or why do you think people they feel like when no one's watching, it's like, all right, I'm good. Like, I'm good right now. I don't need to do it. Like, why do you think people do that?
Because they don't actually want. No. It's not that they don't want it.
They just don't.
Basically, the sacrifice is not worth the reward.
Yeah,
That's what it always comes down to. The sacrifice is not worth the reward.
yeah,
And what that means is, like, yeah, I want to make $1 million a year,
yeah,
but I don't want to give up my weekends. I don't want to give up, I don't want to work 8 hours a day,
yeah.
10 hours a day. I don't want to
Yeah.
go out on 10 appointments a week,
Yeah,
making 500 phone calls.
yeah,
Like, they just don't want to do it.
yeah,
But the thing is, just be truthful with yourself
yeah,
and lower your freaking damn standards and say, I'm only going to make $100,000, $200,000. Hey, that's fine.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, chill
You
a little
know?
bit.
Chill. Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year, kid.
Maybe next year, dude. But
What do
that's
you-
what it is.
Yeah,
Just like right now, we're doing the bodybuilding thing, right? Like the 6-week challenge.
yeah,
Like I got to be to 165. I'm at 170. We started at 175. I'm like 10 pounds. I'm like, realistically, I'm good with 5.
yeah.
So I'm like,
Chill.
my thing is, I already knew going in. I'm like, yo, the sacrifice is not worth the reward.
Yeah,
Because the reward is a 6-pack.
yeah,
Like I already got 4 kind of popping.
yeah.
So, another couple pounds. I
Yeah.
get the other 2.
4-pack and some cookies
But-
is pretty cool.
but what- I'm like, the sacrifice
Yeah.
of sticking to this meal plan, working
Yeah.
out 2 hours a day,
Yeah.
ain't worth the reward.
Okay, man.
So I'm down to work out an hour and a half a day and have a 4-pack. It's all good.
All right, but if the reward was like, hey, brother,
$1 million? Oh, bro,
I was gonna say, yeah, here, brother. All you gotta do is hit the 6-week challenge,
Stick
and
to
you'll get $1
100%.
million when you
All
stick
day.
to 100%.
all day,
Yeah,
all day. Because now that reward is worth the sacrifice.
yeah,
Make it 100,000, bro.
yeah,
I'll do it.
yeah. I think that's the
Now
hard part.
Now it's a 6-pack and $100,000 or $1 million.
I think people get it really twisted because they don't. It's hard to. You don't really know when the thing's gonna pay off. But I think if you did set like more of a date goal, right, instead of being like I want to be a millionaire, it's like I want to be a millionaire by next year, right? And I think that adds a little bit more urgency to the goal. And it's like fuck, I don't really have time to chill Monday through Friday, watch Netflix and do that. Like I'd probably have to utilize every single bit of my time.
Yeah. And that's assuming you even have the right vehicle.
Yeah.
So and by vehicle I mean like, okay, well, what business are you in to make $1 million?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Most businesses can make $1 million, but I'm just saying like
no, yeah, for sure. That's very like
make sure
technical.
you have the vehicle.
I mean, that's a good, note for, the listeners. Just make sure that you do have a lucrative business, because like sometimes I thought that too. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna make $1 million in video. It's probably possible, but it takes more of a longer period of time to like.
It's a lot of videos, or you got to start getting into Nike contracts and stuff.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So I just knew that there was more of a, I was just more wishful. Like, oh shit, this will make me rich.
I mean, you could be
it can happen. I'm not saying
it can happen, but
it's just
very hard.
Yeah,
hard.
it's different. It's not one of those
because you said in a year.
Yeah.
And if you start out brand new, I'm like, it could. Maybe you could blow up on TikTok, but
yeah. I don't know.
Cool.
That's like products and stuff. But anyways, what is your message, man? Like, let's just wrap it up. Banger podcast. What is your message to that young fellow or young lady who's just, can't really get themselves to muster the power to, do the work, man? Like, no one's watching, or just in general.
That's tough, man, because you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. I say that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So,
but they're listening to this podcast and they need your help, Brian Tran. What is your message to them?
Remind yourself why you're doing it in the first place. Okay? Remind yourself every day and put it everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, put your goals and your whys everywhere. And there's many books about it. Like, you put it somewhere where you see when you wake up.
Yeah.
You put it somewhere when you brush your teeth. You put it somewhere when you open the refrigerator door.
Yeah.
Ingrain it in your freaking head.
Yeah.
And that way when you think about being lazy and you're like, I'm just going to go get a cookie. Sure, go get the cookie. But then you see your goals and you see your why. And you're like, shit, I got to get going.
Yeah.
That's a tip. But have focus. Don't do it. I mean, nowadays, it's cool being an entrepreneur, so everybody wants to post some bullshit. But if you're listening to this, you're probably not that person. You're actually driven. You're motivated. You have goals. You know what you want. So you know what? Put in the work.
I like that, man. Dude, I feel like I'm getting like a flashback of your dog days. You're kind of crazy, huh? You're probably putting Post-it notes in your bathroom.
If I didn't give a damn, dude.
Yeah.
I think Mike Ferry said that. Put your freaking, like, you write your goals down, you put it everywhere in the house. Yeah. You read that motherfucker everywhere you go.
You're a crazy guy back then.
Hey,
man.
And so I was like, cool. Dude, I'm 21. When I'm 21 years old. In the Mike Ferry.
Fucking put in that shit.
And I mean, this guy rolled up, Mike Ferry rolled up in a Phantom, Rolls Royce. He's in front of the stage. He's an OG. He's a proven coach. I'm like, well, I'm 21. What the hell do I know? He's telling me to do it. He's rich. So shut up and do it.
Yeah, I'm going to put some Post-it notes up, bro. I mean, that's kind of like, that is definitely the way that it's supposed to be.
Okay. So, like, truthfully, did it work? I don't know. Was it that one thing? Probably not. But it's not. It's never just one thing.
Yeah.
That's gonna make it click.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, but what did reading that do? Okay, so I read it. I remember what I wanted.
Yeah.
Then on the way to work, I'm driving. I'm talking. I'm like, what the hell? Why did I write that again?
Yeah.
Wait, why did I write that I want to make this again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Take care of my mom. Take care of my my family. Buy some properties. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, so when you want to give up, it helps strengthens your mindset too.
Oh yeah, I think so. Because I think even doing like something as small as like, putting your goals everywhere, like physically putting your goals everywhere, like it shows you that like you're kind of willing to do whatever it takes, right?
Especially if you have my girlfriend probably saw all that stuff too. So she'd be like, what the hell? Like, you better hit that shit. Otherwise you just put all this stuff up here for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I even did it as a step further, as just telling people like, yo, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna become this. I'm gonna make this.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, nah, you ain't.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not a liar, bro. What I say comes true. So you go out there and you do it.
Yeah.
So I for those listening, like, don't be afraid to put like, what do they call, like, little,
speak your goals into existence?
not speak, but like tell people.
Yeah. Share your goals.
and have people hold you accountable.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Put things in public.
There you
Always
go.
do that shit, bro.
That way, when you think about being lazy, they're gonna
Be
call
like-
you out.
You're like, fuck, my 300 followers know that I'm doing it.
Yeah, your wife, your girlfriend gonna
Yeah.
be like, I thought you said you were gonna make $1 million.
Yeah.
You're gonna make $1 million watching Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
that even goes
yeah.
back to like having a good like inner circle, man. That's it all, man. Everything we talk about on the Winners Club podcast, definitely.
I talk a lot of shit in the office,
Yeah, you do.
but I only talk shit because when I did the goals with Randy and everybody in the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
I said you wrote it down. You give me permission
yeah,
to get on your ass if I don't see you doing it.
yeah,
And they gave me permission, so I can crack. Cause if I see them trying to do anything that deviates from their plan that they wrote down and that they signed on the paper, I have full permission to get on them
To
and crack any
toast
joke
them.
I want. Yep, any joke I want.
Oh man, that's
They gave me permission.
That's a good leader, bro. You're a good person to have in
Yeah,
your
man.
circle, man. Well, let's wrap it up there, guys. So thank you for listening. Share this with 5 friends that really do need this, man. This is some fire, in my opinion.
Let's go. Peace out.
Peace.